just a quick recap of what we have done in our last session, and then we will start a new topic. So we have completed two sessions till now. In our first session, we understood what exactly is SAP. Okay, what is the full form? What is the history of SAP? What are the different ERP products? Why do we need ERP at all? Okay, and then who are the competitors? What is the basic difference between the other ERP vendors and SAP? And then we also understood what are the different products from SAP throughout these years. So since SAP started maybe around 30 years back, during these 30 years, what were the different, sorry, not 30 years, it is more than 50 years now, or maybe around 50 years. So in this 50 years, what SAP has came up with, what are the different products that they came up with, and where exactly are we today? Okay, we also understood in our last session what is the basic difference between the ECC and SAP S4 HANA system. First of all, why it is called as SAP S4 HANA, what exactly HANA stands for, okay, what is the new user interface in terms of Fiori. So those are some of the things that we discussed in our last session. We understood that HANA is, okay, maybe let's start from there itself. Can you tell me the difference between HANA, S4 HANA, and Fiori? Can you tell me one line each? What is HANA, what is S4 HANA, and what is Fiori?
HANA is a database, new database from SAP. S4
Okay,
HANA is an
yeah,
next
sorry, huh?
edition of ECC which runs on HANA. Fiori is the new interface which can be accessed by any of the what do you call our like mobile PC or anywhere, like geographically from anywhere we can access even without installing the um, basic desktop software from SAP.
100%, yes. So the basic difference between HANA and S4 HANA is a database. Okay, HANA is a database which is, or you, as you said, HANA is a new database from SAP. This is not something which is from other ERP or other vendor. This HANA database is SAP's own database. That is the reason HANA is a new database from SAP itself. Number two, you said SAP S4 HANA is an application. Okay, so you remember those R3: presentation layer, application layer, database layer. So HANA is a database layer. S4 HANA is an application. SAP S4 HANA is an application. Again,
Running on HANA.
exactly, that is very important, which runs only on HANA database. I cannot run SAP S4 HANA application on third-party databases. SAP ECC, it was possible. SAP ECC can run on third-party databases also, but when it comes to SAP S4 HANA, it will only run on HANA database. And number three, Fiori is a presentation layer, you can say, is a presentation layer. In the bracket, I'm writing new user interface. Again, developed from SAP. Okay, so I think we already discussed in our last session that I can use HANA with my ECC system also. Okay, and even I can use Fiori with my ECC system also. But again, even if I'm using Fiori with my old SAP ECC system, around 2 to 5% of the applications only I can use. I cannot use all the applications which are available on SAP S4 HANA in my ECC system also. So although technically, yes, Fiori is available for my ECC system also, but when it comes to practically, only 2 to 5% of the applications, not more than that. Right? So that is the basic difference between these three things. This is very common. Whenever you go, wherever you go, This is always a confusion. Okay, what is HANA? What is the difference between? Many times customers will also use these terms interchangeably. Okay, they mean to say S4 HANA, but they will say we are implementing HANA. What does it mean when you are saying we are implementing HANA? Is it S4 HANA or is it a HANA database? This is very important to understand. So that is the reason this differences should be very clear in your mind. Okay. So now from day one, we are talking about HANA database. We are talking about HANA is faster compared to the other ERP or other databases which were available previously. So the question is how HANA is faster, or you can say how, or you can say why. We know HANA is faster. From day one, we are listening. If you even go to Google, what is HANA? You will understand that HANA is faster compared to the third-party databases that SAP was using previously. But how is it possible to create a database which is faster? What are the things which are taken care by SAP in order to make HANA faster? Any idea? Have you heard anything about HANA? If you just write in Google, what
In
is HANA?
memory.
Exactly. If you write in Google just HANA, the first thing that you will get is in memory. Okay. Anything else? I'll explain all these points. I'm just noting down as of now, and then we will discuss in detail what exactly do you mean by in memory. Anything else that you have heard? Just go to Google and try to find out what
Sir,
are the.
row and column something.
So HANA is column
That is a
based.
column wise. Yes.
Right. Number two is column based. What else you are able to get in Google when you try for HANA? HANA is in memory. It is column based data storage. Are you able to see multi-core processors? Okay, third one is multi-core processors. Number fourth is powerful calculation engine. Okay, these are some of the terminologies that you will be able to see when you search for what exactly is HANA. Okay, so as of now, I'm writing this code. Let's see if there is anything, if you wanted to add, we will add it. So what do you mean by in memory? Any idea? What do you mean by in memory? HANA is an in memory database, but what exactly is in memory? Okay, let me ask you another question. You may have heard about database concepts. Okay, if possible, maybe during your college days or maybe wherever you may have heard about it. What are the two types of memories in your computer, in your laptop, in your mobile devices? There are two kinds of memories. What are those?
RAM
RAM
and
and
ROM.
RAM and hard.
RAM and ROM, right?
RAM.
This is very common. There are two types of memories or two types of storage devices, you can say. Two types of memory storages. Okay, number one is RAM and number two is ROM. What exactly is the difference between RAM and ROM? RAM is, why do I need
RAM,
RAM? Why do I need ROM?
RAM is random access memory. ROM is hard disk.
Okay, yeah, full form is okay. Random access memory, and this is read-only memory, which is normally used for hard disk. But why exactly do I need RAM? Why do I need ROM? Why do I need the hard disk in my computer? And why do I need the RAM in my computer? What will happen if I don't have RAM in my computer?
Everything will have to be hit on the hard disk and so it will be slow, the extraction.
But is it possible that everything is on the hard disk? Is hard disk responsible for processing the transactions, or it is just responsible for storing the transaction?
Both.
Normally, this RAM device is responsible for processing your transactions. So whatever you are telling the computer to do, Ultimately, it is RAM who is taking your list and he is processing the transaction in the background. Once the transaction is processed, if you want to store some data in the hard disk, then ROM comes into the picture, right? So if you take a simple example, when you go to buy the mobile device, okay, what you see that how much RAM it is having and how much secondary storage it is having, how much storage. More storage means you will be able to save more songs, more images, more videos. Okay, more RAM means what? Your mobile will run faster, right? So processing comes under RAM and storage comes under ROM. These are two important things to understand. RAM is to process your transactions and ROM is to store your transactions. So what was happening till now in all the databases that were being used by SAP throughout these years, Oracle, DB2, Sybase, Microsoft SQL, all these databases were following the same thing. RAM was only used to process the data and ROM was used to store the data. Now, in order to make this faster, in order to make the new database which runs faster, SAP introduced something called as, I'll not say SAP introduced because this was already being developed by other database vendors also, but they are very small and that is the reason they are not so popular. But in-memory was already available in the market when SAP came up with in-memory database. So it would be wrong to say that SAP has introduced in-memory. We can say SAP HANA uses in-memory database. So what exactly is in-memory? In-memory means RAM will not be only used to process the data, but RAM will also store the data. So if you are talking about Oracle, if you are talking about SQL Server, if you are talking about the old databases, RAM was only used to process the data and ROM was used to store the data. Now with HANA, even RAM has a capability to store and process the data. So processing the data as well as storing the data would be possible within RAM itself. That is called as in-memory computing. And how it will help? See, what happens is, if I give you the simple example, let's assume you are doing the transaction. You are the user. You are booking the ticket. Okay, as a user, I want to book a ticket. Now, who will process this request? If it is a computer, it is a server. First of all, it will go to RAM. RAM will take your request and it will start processing it. Now, once the request is processed, once the data is saved, it needs to go to ROM to store that data. Right? This is booking the ticket. Number two, let's take an example of printing the ticket or cancelling the ticket. Now, when you want to cancel the ticket, this ticket is already booked. It is already there in the database. Right? So RAM will come into the picture. What RAM will do? First of all, RAM will take your request to show you all those tickets that you booked. RAM will go to ROM to find out which tickets are booked by this person. Right? It will pick the data from ROM and again the further processing will be carried out in RAM. So what happens is whenever you are doing any transaction on your laptop, on your computer, on your mobile device, every time there is a lot of activities which are done between RAM and ROM. So RAM will process the data and it will be stored in the hard disk. RAM will process the data, it will be extracted from the hard disk and again it would be processed by the RAM. So there are a lot of places where many times we need to uh, go between RAM and ROM, again RAM. So that is the reason there is a lot of time consumed to transfer the control from RAM to ROM and from ROM to RAM again. One more thing you must have heard, RAM is 1,000 times faster than ROM. So if I'm processing this data, my RAM is getting control to ROM. Once it is going to ROM, it will take a lot of time to extract the data. And again, once the data is extracted, it will come to RAM. So there is a lot of time wasted to move from RAM to ROM, again from ROM to RAM, and that too, ROM is not having sufficient, we can say, the speed, and that is the reason it takes a lot of time to process the data, to book any new transaction, or to display the existing transaction. So what is the solution? What SAP said is, let's remove this from the picture. Okay, I'm not saying the hard disk is not available in SAP HANA. I will come to that point. But what is going to happen now is this control may not be required. When you are booking the ticket, RAM itself will process the data and data will be stored in RAM itself. When you are canceling the ticket, again the RAM will process the data and the data will be extracted from the RAM itself. So your transaction processing and your execution will become faster because you are no more dependent on ROM for each and every transaction, right? That is the reason it is called as in-memory computing. In-memory computing means instead of storing the data in ROM, we will store the data directly in RAM. So I'm just removing all these things. I hope you understood this. Let me write exact meaning of in-memory computing. Processing, maybe processing you already know, it is always RAM. So data is stored directly in RAM rather than, or maybe rather than is also not required. So just remember this thing. Data is stored directly in RAM. In the previous databases, which are not in-memory databases, data is getting stored in ROM. But when it comes to SAP HANA, or when it comes to in-memory capability of SAP HANA, data is directly stored in RAM. Just one liner is